What's up? It's MGG, Movie Geek Griff, here to give you my review for Greenland 2 Migration. I gave it a C, 2.5 stars. Reading my review before I put it on YouTube. The doldrums of January cinema. You can usually set your watch by either a Jason Statham movie or a disaster pick coming out. As a matter of fact, there is a Jason Statham movie coming out next week, Shelter. The first Greenland came out in December 2020, video on demand, and then streaming after being delayed from theaters in July of 2020 because of the COVID pandemic. It had a budget of $35 million and only grossed $53 million worldwide. So why it's getting a sequel 6 years later is a bit odd. I don't know why they're doing it. It's not like, to my knowledge, that Greenland, with the exception of how it's in the news right now with the Trump administration and all that jazz going on, it didn't become a cult classic. And like another movie that did that, and I think it was 8 years in between. Last year, The Accountant came out. Ben Affleck's Accountant, where he's like the autistic hitman / accountant. That came out 8 years ago, and then The Accountant 2 came out last year. But I think that had a more of a cult following, and it's an action movie, so that's a little safer than a disaster pick that isn't really disastery enough. I know that's not a word. But yeah, Greenland 2, Migration. What's the guy's name? 300 guy. Gerard Butler. It doesn't really cover any new ground in the disaster film catalog. And to be honest, you can probably wait for streaming for this one. You don't have to go to theaters to see this one either. The visual effects destruction is pretty good, but that's to be expected in a disaster movie. The story itself is pretty by the numbers. So yeah, C, 2.5 stars. You don't really have to go to theaters to see Greenland 2 Migration. It's alright. Thanks for checking in.